Welcome everyone to the Lions Acquisition Headquarters. The acquisition without the C, because we're not taking any crap from anybody, okay? Because the Lions are for real now. And we don't care about the Super Bowl because all we care about is making this team better. The Detroit freaking Lions, the MCDC Lions. The Brad gonna beat the everybody up Holmes Lions. This show is all about the acquisition of free agents, draft, undrafted free agents, and practice squad. We'll be looking at all of that and then breaking down those players, every single one of them. We're going to be looking at 35 different players in free agency that the Detroit Lions not only will be looking at, but fit the mentality and the culture of the Gritty Up group. Because you're not going to be some soft, take a couple of plays off, play a couple of plays here and there, show up kind of dude. You got to have a different mentality. You got to be relentless pursuit all the time when you're on that field. And so when we're talking about free agency, we're going to talk about two names today. Two dudes that fit the mold, that will bring the tenacity every single down that they're in. And the first one is on the defensive side, and the second one is on the offensive side. And so let's start with the defense. The defense that gave up 34 points and I think 27 straight unanswered to the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the deal. Brock Purdy was able to escape up the middle in the pressure that we were getting. Aiden was doing a great job. Our edges were getting up the field, and Brock Purdy was able to break contain. This guy that I'm talking about is going to stop all that. This dude right here, a half a sack in 11 straight games as an interior defensive lineman, and that's Justin Madubuike. Now, Justin Madubuike is a relentless defensive lineman. Sideline to sideline, tough against the run, huge lower body, stout, but a quick twitch dude. Like, quick twitch. And so, he's somebody we are going to circle in on for Justin Madubuike and acquiring Justin Madubuike to be a part of the Lions family. We have to understand that Justin is now just hitting his peak. He's been working and getting better and better every year, but his best ball is absolutely in front of him. So I like Justin at 3 years, $55 million, about 15 to 20 in the million guarantee money. And I think he comes in and him and Ali together with Aiden, oh man, we just got our defense improved right away. So on the offensive side of the ball, we don't need a lot of anything. But what we could do is take some attention off of St. Brown with this young man. 8 catches, 147 yards, and a touchdown in his last game. And that last game happened to be in Detroit. And that's Mr. Mike Evans, Mr. 1000. Because 10 straight years, he has 1,000 yards of receiving. He had the most 20-plus yard catches in the league this year. I like to call Mike Evans the first down and touchdown machine. All right? He can get you a first down or he can get you a touchdown at any time. And so I think paired with St. Brown, LaPorta, Gibbs and Montgomery, and whoever the other wide receivers are, Reynolds, J-Mo, Madubuike and Evans, those two guys on the Lions who have a lot of cap space, not trying to use it all on these guys, but now we're talking. Okay, so Does Mike Evans fit the mentality of the Detroit Lions? Does he fit the mentality of Brad Holmes and MCDC? Absolutely. He is a brawler. He is a mauler. Okay? You can ask the Saints on that. He doesn't take anything from anybody, but he's going to do his business and go out at 110% all the time. And if you need him to run block, which he will, he could take on anybody. Seen him from taking on defensive linemen to taking on wide receivers and cornerbacks and whatnot. So, perfect fit for the Lions. Lastly, we're going to talk about one name, and that's in the draft. And that's for 78 days away from the first pick in the draft at Ford Field. And the first pick we're going to look at for today, and the only pick, is Terrion Arnold, cornerback, Alabama. Now, I know a lot of people have us taking a defensive lineman at 29. Let me tell you something. No way. The free agency class is stacked with defensive linemen. It has nothing in the cornerback room, okay? The best we got is a safety. And so Antonio Winfield, we'll talk about him at another time. So, but what we got to focus on in the draft is cornerback and getting the best one. Terrion Arnold, last 2 years, 6 interceptions. What does Dan Campbell always preach? Get the ball back. Takeaways. That's what they were doing at New Orleans. That's what they're trying to do in Detroit. So let's get the ball back. Terrion Arnold is the pick. Bama corner. I believe a higher rated corner, personally, than Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid, 1 interception in 2 years. Arnold, 6 interceptions. Okay, so we go and we get Arnold with Cam Sutton on the other side, and we got our safeties. We pick up another linebacker in the 3rd round, who I love. I think will be there. And so we start building this defense, and it becomes a really, really relentless group. And then we add Evans and a 2nd round playmaker. We're talking a lot of excitement in Detroit, not only for next year, but the years to come. So, as you see, Terrion Arnold might not be there at 29. You're seeing probably 15 to 20. No problem. Got the 81st pick in the draft. We're going to use that 81st and that 29th to slide up and maybe go to the Steelers and take the Steelers pick if they want to move back and take these 2 draft picks and give them the 29th and the 81st, and we'll go take Terrion Arnold, corner, Alabama. All right, Detroit fans. So now you've seen and have watched the first Lions acquisition headquarters, acquisition without the C, and now you understand we're not going to take any crap. Okay? We're not going to take any crap, and we're not going to take any crappy players, crappy attitudes. We want 100% all-in players. And so we take the C out of acquisition because we don't want any of that kind of player. All right? So here's to a great offseason. Mike Clark, Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn. And here's to the next time when I see you. But before you do that, rejoice, pray, and give thanks. And don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to be doing this a whole heck of a lot. So, giddy up, or as I like to say, gritty up, Lions, and let's get after it.